Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. What up, y'all? We're having a little bit of a different setup this week, huh? Why not? This is fun because right now, Stefan and I are refilming different portions of our segment. As you know, we are deep into the Life Leap, and one thing that's kind of fun in between classes is that you can kind of figure out like what can we change for the next class, because it's always about like enhancing the experience and learning from what you did in the past, and that growth spurt and that growth curve can happen within a few weeks versus months. So anyways, it's great to be back. I don't remember the last time I was this consistent on YouTube or with something that I really cared about. And one thing I was just telling my clients in my mastermind is that when you are wanting to like start up on a platform, or even just whether it's for the first time or like come back after a long time away, focus on consistency before optimization. If you try to get on a platform that you haven't been on in a long time and you're like, how do I perform, produce, optimize, like grow, scale? It's like, no, just post. Let's start there. Just post. So it feels really good to be on YouTube again, just posting and not really caring about how things go, just enjoying the process and really gaining self-respect that I'm keeping my word to myself. So that's been great. All right, so recapping, this is the first week of February. So welcome to the 5th week of the year, 2024. Wow. What I did, what I learned, what I felt. What I did this past week is, I think there was a lot of like appointments. So Stefan and I are getting ready to be on the road again indefinitely. I really appreciated January for just kind of like being home, repacking, regrouping, doing all the things. And I'll be in between the Middle East, Asia, and Europe in the next 4 months. So it just feels really good to be able to kind of like ground myself. So I feel like this past week was like very grounding. Lots of like appointments, lots of meetings, finalization, just errands, things that I've been kind of putting off. It felt really good to do it. And then also challenging myself to show up in a different way for my clients. I think when you're a coach, it's always fun to like push yourself to try something different. It can be scary because you're like, well, they're used to me being this certain way, but I feel like I've been allowing myself to experiment and explore with different and deeper ways to serve. And that's been really great. And I think, I mean, depending on where you're at on your journey, if you're a fellow coach, of course, you might feel like people only relate or resonate when you are teaching a message in one certain way. And because I feel like a lifetime educator or a lifelong educator, I want to be educating, sharing, and teaching in any capacity for as many years as God allows. So I think just allowing myself to continue to explore different ways that I want to share messages has been really fun. And I'm just like thankful that I still have that like eager childlike desire to play in an area that is, professional. Like I think most of us, like we grow up thinking that work is something that's very serious, and it takes like only one side of you, but knowing that I can bring like all of me to the table and that my clients love me for that, like that just feels really great. So that's that. I don't know what else I did. The week is going by so fast. It's the 4th day of February, the 5th by the time you watch this, and it feels like so much. I feel like I only remember one day from February. So it's just, sorry, excuse the street noise. If you hear water in the background, Stefan is taking a shower. So, we redesigned the studio. So this is the studio space. I used to like use this room for my podcast from like 4 years ago. I used to use this space for my writing. This was like my writing computer. So I feel it used to be like my workout room. I moved into a 2-bedroom apartment as a single woman, and I didn't know what to do with this second bedroom for so long. And I moved into this high rise in 2020. So as you can imagine, January 2020, I move in. March 2020, world shuts down. So I went from making this a guest bedroom to realizing that I won't have any guests for many, I didn't know how long, but I was like for a while. So I'm glad that I allowed this to be a space that serves me and my creativity. It feels like a playroom. And yeah, Stefan is such a nerd. Like, he's so good at just figuring out the tech and all the lighting and stuff. So I feel like this is the most optimized this room has ever been. And that just feels really cool. He's also been, this has been so cool. I have been eating a lot. What I did, I ate really great meals. And Stefan has been trying out these like different just meals in the kitchen, and I just feel like the luckiest woman in the world because I'm like, he enjoys cooking and I enjoy eating. Like, this works really well. Okay, what I learned that I really love holding space for people who are good people. I mean, you can hold space for anyone. Someone is going through something painful, you can be there and empathize. Someone is going through something that is just like, maybe they're in a confused season, you can be there to clarify. And I recognized lately a lot of people that I look up to have been reaching out to me for help. And of course, my ego is like, woo! But also my heart is like, wow, I really enjoy like providing any clarity or guidance. Doesn't matter what they've accomplished in their life. Like, I really enjoy this idea that like our lived experiences and the way we show up online is allowing other people to find the help that they're needing. And all the ways that I've showed up, like vulnerably, authentically, is the very reasons and ways that people can reach out to me and say, because I've seen you do this, like, I'm struggling, I need help, like, I'd love insight on this. So that's been really cool. I also learned that I don't think I need a lot of, how do I say this? It's a toilet, huh?
No, Gloria.
So I'm just kidding.
You will edit out this.
No, there's no editing. No, there's no editing. Sorry. Okay, so so I was saying about what I learned. I think there's more. Oh, here's something interesting. We have these like table cards, and like we just read questions to each other in the morning, which is really nice as like a different way to connect with your person or your partner. And one of the things, I think one of the questions I was recently asked is who reads more? And no matter who was like in the room or who was in the context of that question, I used to always be like, me, I was a reader. But I recognized in this season, I've been leaning more on conversation through podcasts or just through real life. And that's also a learning tool. Like, obviously books are a very organized, it's like organized thoughts. It's an organized conversation with the author and yourself. But I recognize that lately I've been finding just some really great podcasts that have been speaking to all the areas that I'm needing. I'll shout one out. Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett is just really, really, really just powerful. And Monique Shields' Ambition Without Compromise. That has been a really insightful podcast that I just discovered after meeting her last month, or a couple months ago. So yeah, that's what I learned. I enjoy learning through conversation more these days than through reading, but I'm still reading. Yeah, I have like a few books that I'm in the middle of. Okay, and what I felt very at ease. I think some moments of anxiety, just knowing that we only have a handful of days left in the US. So we have like things that we want to pack, things that we want to do, things we want to reshoot. We had a photo shoot day, or we try to make like a branding marketing day on the first of every month. And it took like 10 minutes. Oh, not even 10 minutes. It probably took like 3 minutes because we had to rush to an appointment. So it was just, it just goes to show kind of like sometimes you have moments of like such organization and then others of like chaos, but the chaos works. So It felt like a week of organized chaos. Yeah, that's what I felt. I think that's all I've got. I am always appreciative of anyone who watches this and you're just like watching my process. And of course, if you engage in the comments and share what you also did, learned, and felt this week. And when I recognize just like how quickly I feel like 2024 is moving, February is going to be a snap of fingers. And then March is my birthday month. So of course that always goes by really fast. And then April, we're already in Q2. So I don't know. I'm just amazed at how quickly life moves. And yeah, I don't take it for granted that we're still here with the opportunity to build, to push, to lean in, to grow, to fight, to try, to pivot, to change. There's so much that life has to offer for those who dare to lean in and give life their best shot. So this has been fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. And again, because this is unedited, you're gonna have to wait for me to come to the other side to turn off the camera. How many minutes? 11 minutes. Bye.